about this man? There he is in the ring.
Going up there and see
Wahoo
if that man can
McDaniel.
wrestle. Going up there and see if he's as tough as he is. We'll send Precious up there to scout. Well, I'm going to have her scout, you know? I mean, she knows what's going on. She knows wrestling better than half the wrestlers here. She's going to go out there and see if he's half the man he talks about being. And Double A, frankly, I don't think he is.
Well, you can take one look at myself and Jimmy Garvin, and you see a finely tuned athlete.
Look at her spraying around the ring.
Well, the Chief stinks. Have you ever been around him? He's got, it's horrifying. It's horrifying.
It's the grossest thing probably on the face of the earth. She'll probably go through the whole can of that disinfectant, spraying that smelly Indian.
Hey, when you're a quality person and a quality lady like Precious is, you can't stand to be horrified by the musky stink coming off that Indian. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what it is, Double A? You know what it is? He's never around a pretty woman. That's probably his problem. He's probably never even been around a pretty woman, and he's just falling all to pieces over the whole thing.
My friend, if you had a beak like he's got, you wouldn't be around no pretty women either. Look at the snout on that man. Would you? How many times he's been broke? 30, 35 times, Bob Caudle?
Well, the opponent in the ring for Wahoo McDaniel is Thunderfoot. I tell you, fellas, it's been all the Chief since the opening bell, and that ought to tell you just what kind of a man he is in that ring.
Well, Bob Caudle, I've always called a spade, and to tell you that Wahoo McDaniel is not a legend, one of the finest professional athletes on any level would be a lie. Now, I'm not going to say
What's she doing? What's Precious doing?
Well, she's not doing anything. It's that gross Indian that's probably up to some dirty trick of his. You know, there's no telling what he's doing out there. It's hard for me to see. There he is. Look at that face. I mean, ain't that is truly a face that only a mother could love if he knows who she is.
Whoa! Getting back to all things aside, Bob Caudle, when you come out and you threaten a quality athlete like Jimmy Garvin or one of the four horsemen, you've got to be able to back it up, Daddy. Just because Wahoo McDaniel is in there with an opponent and is looking pretty good right now doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the end result. All matches have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Always remember that.
And there's Precious as she still keeps pointing and hollering and going. It's like she's trying to distract the Chief, Jimmy.
Oh, come on, please. That makes me sick, too. There's a lot of sick things going on here, Double A. You got this dude standing next to me saying that my squeeze is just a distraction. Well, the only distraction she is that she's the loveliest lady probably walking the face of the earth, and those two people out there probably haven't seen a prettier woman. I mean, it just about makes you sick. You got that other thing now, there ain't no tell. He's probably using dirty language. That's probably what he's doing. He's that kind of a man, Double A. He don't have no manners whatsoever. He's probably using dirty language. I can't believe it.
Bob Caudle, the whole sporting event scheme, the whole scheme of things that a sporting event is based on is human error. If everybody was perfect, nobody would win, nobody would lose. So a Chief is going to let a little dainty thing like Precious distract him. He better find something else to do. That's all I can tell you.
Double A. And you know, the fact is, you know, she's just out there trying to do her job. She's just out there trying to be, you know, the greatest ballet that she is. Not to mention that poor, sick human being, wildebeest, that was out here crying the blues. I can't believe half the things she said either. Yeah! Makes you sick.
Thunderfoot climbing back into the ring now.
It takes everything I got not to just go in the ring right now and beat his brains out. Double A, I know you feel about the same way.
Yeah, there's a time and a place for everything, Jimmy. All things come to people who wait. You know what I'm saying, Bob Caudle?
I know, and I remember what you told me, too, if I ever needed anything, you know, that you'd always be there, and I appreciate that, too. And the same goes to you. If you ever need me, Double A, you just give me a call, and I'll be right there by your side.
Gorgeous Jay, we're going to be seeing a lot of each other because we both have a common denominator, you know what I'm saying? And we're looking at him right now, Bob Caudle.
Wahoo with a chop, and down goes Thunderfoot from a chop. Nobody chops as hard as the Chief, and he just cut Thunderfoot down with a tremendous chop.
Him in the throat. I mean, what do you expect a guy to do? You get chopped in the throat like that? Of course the man's going to go down, no matter how big you are. That's another thing that the NWA's overlooked, the fact that the Chief chops in the throat, Double A.
Qualifies karate. Now, I have voiced my opinion in several arenas. It looks like karate to me. Now, if Bruce Lee hit the ring and gave a man a thrust in the throat, what would happen? They'd call the whole deal. Why are they letting this 300-pound Indian get away with murder? I'll never know, Bob Caudle. You're an honest man. You explain it to me.
Those chops, he does not chop in the throat. He's so fast and so hard with it. When he hits the man right below the throat, it just knocks him right down.
Now, you know he'd have to say something like that, right, Double A?
Why don't you just take a closer look, baby?
Look at him trying to pick on a woman. See him? He can't mind his own business. He's got to pick on a poor, helpless fastest woman. I can't believe it. And he calls himself a man. I can't believe it. He got what he deserved.
Why is Precious still? It looks like she's just
The
trying
tide
to
has
bait it.
turned, Bob Cottle. The tide has turned. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. More karate, more karate. It should be outlawed.
Another blow. Again cuts Thunderfoot down.
Oh, for the count, no less.
And there's the